Now so far I have been showing you how to authorize based on user. It's turned out practically speaking it doesn't work very well because if you got 100 user it's kind of hard to say which of user have access to every page. It's much more efficient to group user into roles or a group and have administrator to figure out which user in which group. So here in this our example we have a three role: administrator, sales department and purchase department, and here a user related to these roles. An administrator have access to all department, and a user who belong to sales department only allowed to access sales related data. And here in our purchase department, user who belong to purchase department only allowed to access purchase related data. So let's start. Let's create a new project, ASP.NET Web application. Let's say role based authorization. Click OK. And here click on project and open ASP.NET configuration. And here click on security. And here just click on from the internet so you can switch in our form authentication. And click on enable roles. And first we want to create a role for our user. So let's create a role. And here first we can say administrator, and another role we need a sales department, and finally we need purchase department. Next we want to create a user and want to assign a role. So let's do it. And here click on create user and let's say admin and give password. Here you can say and we want to assign, we want to add this user in our administrator role. So let's say create user. Okay, user is successfully created. And let's create another user. To make it simple, we just say demo purchase, so we can know this user is related to purchase department. So just make it simple. And give password, and here we can say security question. Here add in our purchase department. Let's create, say demo sales, password, and assign in our sales department. So now here you can see we have a three user. Admin is related to administrator department, demo purchase is related to purchase department, and demo sales is related to sales department. Here also you can edit a role if you want. Here you can see a list of roles and you can edit if you want to add any roles. So let's move on in our Visual Studio and write a code. Open a web.config file. And here you can see our current authentication mode is form, which is good. First we want to deny a anonymous request. So let's just write here authorization, and we can say deny user. So here we just deny anonymous request. So let's run this page. So here you can see in URL ASP.NET tried to redirect in login page. By default, when ASP.NET detects anonymous request, it's tried to redirect in login page. We don't have login page yet, so we get this error. So let's first create a login page. So now let's add a new form. Let's just say login. Let's add a login control. Just say do some little formatting. And now let's try to access default page. And here ASP.NET has detected this is an anonymous request, so it just redirect to login page. So now let's do login. Here notice in URL return URL is equal to default page. So form authentication module has remembered where I was attempt to go. So when I logged in, it returned me a page where I tried to go to, which kind of make a lot of sense. So let's just do login. Here I am in default page. Next I want to add a two web form. So let's do it. Self department, and let's also add purchase department, and also I want to add sitemap display menu. Sitemap. Okay, and let's here specify a URL. So let's say first default. Next let's move here in our purchase department. Let's say here this is purchase department. Here is sales department. And finally let's move here in our default page, and here I need menu control, and we are going to choose a sitemap for our data source, and let's say here label, and let's give some appropriate name. So let's say label user. So let's say label role, and finally I need one button. Here say logout. Okay, double click on logout button. Let's add first name page. Say security, and here say font authentication and out font direct. Let's path. Here in our page loading event, you can say user identity authentication and say label user identity name. If user is in role, if user role is administrator, then you can say label role PFT equal to, so user role is in administrator, and here if user is in role search department, and we just display label search department. Finally, user is in role row PHP equal to department. So here we just display a username in our label control, and if user is administrator, then we just display a administrator, and if user is in sales department, then we just display a sales department in our label control, and if user in purchase department, then we just display a purchase department in our label control. And also here in our button we just sign out. So let's switch here in our default page and on the application. Now let's try to log in. System of self. Enter password. Password is name. And now I'm successfully logged in. And here you can see currently I am logged in sales department role, and my username is demo self. So let's try to access sales department. Here you can see I am able to access a sales department, and let's try to access a purchase department. Here you can see also I am able to access purchase department. This is not a good. We don't want to allow this user can access a purchase department. So if user is belong to sales department, then we don't want to allow them to access purchase department. If user belong to purchase department, then we don't allow them to access a sales department. So let's do it. Let's move in our web.config file. And here you can see our role manager enable is true. So now after the system.web we need a location. Here we need a path. Here else system we need authorization. We want to allow roles, cells, department, and we want to deny user. Now let's just copy. And paste it here. Let's say purchase department. Just department role. Actually here we want to deny all the users. So here you can see the user who belong to sales department can only access this page, sales department page, and a user who belong to purchase department can access this purchase department page. So let's run this page. Let's try to access a purchase department, and here you can see I'm redirected back to login page. Let's login purchase. And try to access purchase department, and here you can see I'm redirected back to login page. Actually here I want to make a little change. Let me explain. So when this demo sales user try to access this purchase department, then instead of redirecting back to login page, I want to display a message that you are not authorized to access this page. Now let's create a new web form. Say unauthorized access. Let's say we don't have permission to working page code behind file. Here we can say that if page is posted, if guest is authenticated and in this another empty guest query string and we want to pass a return URL. So then we can say this is an unauthorized request, and we just response to redirect here string is not null or empty. So here if request is an unauthorized, then we just redirect our page to unauthorized access page we just created here, this one. So now let's test this application and try to log in with demo purchase. Currently we are in purchase department role and try to access a sales department, and here you can see you don't have permission to access this page, and you can now, and also we can access this purchase department. And now try to log in with sales department and try to access a purchase department, and you don't have permission to access this page, and we can access our sales department. Okay, this is good. And now we have a small bug here. Let's try to log in with admin page, and here you can see I'm not able to access a purchase department through admin or through sales department. So let's fix this error. So admin is belong to administrator department, so we just here allow administrator to access this sales department, and also do the same thing in your purchase department, allow administrator to access this purchase department. Okay, that's good. Now we can run this page, and an admin should able to access department. Now admin able to access purchase department and also sales department. First let's log in with demo purchase user. Here we want to improve our user interface little bit more. Here we don't want to allow this demo purchase user to see this sales department page. So let's do it and switch here in our sitemap, and here we just need to enable a role. You can say here purchase department and sales department. Okay. We just say here only purchase department should see this node inside map, and only sales department should see this node inside map. If we just add this attribute, a role attribute, nothing will happen. We have to do one more thing So let's do it. Open my computer. Let's see Windows and Microsoft, some work we do, and we need a web.config file here. Config, and let's just copy this sitemap and in our web.config file, let's paste it here, and here clear old provider and add a new one and just turn on security streaming enable true. And now let's run this application and try to log in with demo purchase. And now here you can see currently I am in a purchase department role and I can only see a purchase department. And also let's log in with demo sales, and currently I am in sales department role and I can only see a sales department.